There's got to be a pun word that's pirates and shenanigans that I'm just not thinking of. Okay. So we're here because we need to talk to the harborman. I'm ready to look for the Konge Palace in the Serpent's Crown district at the top of it. Okay, so let's just ask around. What's up, dude?
He smells one touched by the great eel, does Barati.
What does that? He smells one touched by the great eel. Is that like a sexual reference? A sizable Amwa tilts his head up and looks down his nose at you, flaring his nostrils with hungry interest.
You are a man who sits across a fire with death. Akira?
Yeah, sorry, what?
Tangaloa, the eel who digests the dead.
Ah,
You're
okay.
most adept at feeding it, I say. For glutting mighty Tangaloa and hurling foes into their next life, Barati can offer payment. Coins for feeding hungry gods. Akira?
You collect bounties? Wow, this game is full of bounties.
He's the great eel. This is Barati's cause. May the beasts of the dreaming lands never know famine.
Amen. Barati inclined his head and touched his brow, holding the pose with a deep reverence. What bounties do you have available?
Tangaloa rolls a hungry eye toward Dichila, a Valian captain who scouts for luminous Adra in sacred lands.
Barati squeezes his knuckles until they're bone white. I'll take that bounty.
Akira. Tangaloa knew it would be so. Dichila sails her Voyager Alisio around the waters south of Nikitaka. The great eel hungers for her soul.
Barati touches his brow and inclines his head. Alright, very well. Wait. Can I ask him questions?
The belly of the great eel roars.
So, now that I'm collecting all these bounties, I kind of want to change the different type of roleplay that I'm doing. I'll play him more like Spike from Cowboy Bebop. And I really am disappointed now that I know that, because I really missed the chance to call Mr. Mitten, or Senor Mittens, Ein. But we're here now. So we'll make the best of it. Okay, who can I talk to that would have information besides bounties? Which I do enjoy bounties. Thank you for the bounty. But kind of looking for some information on the god himself. Be grateful for the queen's hospitality, watcher. How do you know I'm a watcher? How does anyone know I'm a watcher? Do I just walk around like, hey guys, my name's Diaz. I'm a watcher. Okay, so I can come in these doors anyways. Dude, check out this guard. Look at how good this guard is. I just walked into the room. And look at what I'm about to do. Wow. I could steal their colors. I'm going to. Exceptional large shield. Let's go ahead and give that to my tank. What does your gear look like? It's an upgrade. Look at that. We got our heavier armor. Gonna do this and that. Yep. Cool. Go ahead and put... Yep, let's put this here. No one's gonna know. We don't have to tell them where we got it. A fine sword. Sugar, some pork, huge thing of grog. Storm Speaker's warning. My prince, I warn Kamaka against calling rain over the outsider fort, but still she delights in rusting their weapons and mudding their soil. which tells me that someone must have put her up to this trickery. Someone she trusts. She admires you, my prince, but I say that she's a storm you cannot control. Onikaza will not thank you for prodding the eel's den. This eel is very important in their dialect, isn't it? You've given enough faith to trickster Nagati, and now take Amara's example and await the hatching of the egg. The turbulent skies speak of change and upheaval. I say let them come. But save your strength for the days the skies open. I have recommended that Kamaka seek you out. There is a place for her in the fleet if you find yourself in need of Amara's sharpened beak for the Isles. Storm Speaker, Barud. Special type of chanter found among the Huana. Storm Speakers are especially attuned to the forces of weather. Storm Speakers traditionally serve tribes settling on unexplored or especially remote islands, offering protection during the period of transition. So, I am getting a lot of the Stormlight Chronicles or the Stormlight Archives in this game. And I'm wondering if that, like, Bryan Sanderson was a huge influence of the writers of this game. Because I'm currently in Oathbringer of the Stormlight Chronicles. And I'm getting a lot of parallels, especially with the Amwa. Oh yeah, guard. Good work. Look at you looking at that door. You're doing such a good job. You should be proud.
There. Done.
We should actually do this too to check. Okay, no. Iron skin, reflection. Look at those. Food. Swordfish, all of that. Yep.
Would you look at this?
Antidotes, a rod. Something secret. Look at this. Scroll of recovery and revive. Let's give those to our healer. We have something in our inventory that I didn't equip because I'm getting really lazy with this and I gotta stop. There we go.
I'll handle this.
Don't mind the group that just walked into that room and closed the door. Wait, what does this say? Pages like strewn between the books holding a strange arrangement of letters. Not all in Huana alphabet. Go down or up. This down's good. Well, that's really cool. That's really cool too.
While I am flattered by the esteemed Hazanui's confidence, I must wonder how my people are meant to have destroyed an entire colony overnight.
The Valiant dignitary aims a withering look across the aisle. A middle-aged woman with a square jaw and a tar-stained teeth meets it.
You tell us. It's no coincidence that your outpost at Port Mage survived the recent storm.
She pulls a slender pipe from her pocket, but at a look from the Queen's attendant, she puts it away.
You speak as if I could command the tides. While you are casting your blame in a wide net, why not look to our Kahanga allies? We do not share their talent for shaping water.
A sizable Amma standing in the throne takes a bold step forward and flares his nostrils at the assembly dignities. A hush falls over the room.
I see our
Dignitaries.
guest forgets himself.
He clears his throat and sweeps his gaze from Nero to the rest of the room.
Brother, stand down.
Up to this point, the Queen has studied the proceedings with an even expression. She half rises from her throne as she fixates on Prince Arui.
You are the one who mistakes my throne room for a sparring arena. I say this is beneath us.
As Arui lowers his head, the Queen slowly centers her gaze on you and leaves it there.
An interesting visitor in difficult times. You cannot be here to deliver a favorable omen.
Though her mouth doesn't move, Onikaza's voice comes to you like an instant memory, nestled among your surface thoughts. Nod to her.
Allow me to apologize as I toss you before the wolves.
Okay. Though she turns to the dignitaries, you still feel her tension on you.
This one is a watcher blessed by Tangaloa.
Wow.
I suspect that many of our questions about Hasongo will soon be answered.
Wow. The queen's voice fills the expansive throne room, leaving you with a hushed silence to fill. If it pleases the court, I've journeyed from a crippled port, Mahe.
I know this one. His parlor tricks frightened 10 years of every sailor in Queen's Birth.
I did play it. Raising her hand for silence, Onikaza looks to her brother. He approaches and they exchange a few words too quietly to hear. She lifts her gaze to you once more.
We assembled to discuss the darkening of Hasongo, one of Rawatai's colonies. Watcher, it seems you have the floor.
She opens her palm and waits. Poor Maha has suffered similar damage. So that yes, only pause and have a lot more interest. First one. Port Mahe suffered similar damage when Aethys passed through.
What sailor's tale is this?
Have you not heard the rumors, Karu? An Adra Colossus marching across the sea. Sailor tales, but credible ones.
Nero crosses his arms, looking distinctly uncomfortable. I just made myself more comfortable. I just realized I was like up like this. I usually play FPS like that, but I'm trying to relax.
How came a watcher from half the world away to be involved in these happenings? Enlighten the court.
I'm gonna go with 3 because everyone keeps ignoring 1. Aethys emerged from beneath Kainoa, my castle. He made this personal. Silence descends on the hall. Courtiers and delegates eye one another, seemingly gauging which of them will be first to laugh. Oh, dude, I do not like that they laugh. Vendetta. A stern look from Queen Onikaza turns everyone's questionable glance to stone. Okay, good.
Tracking down a god who stands as tall as a mountain. A fisherman with poor eyesight could do this. My priests will trip over their feet to interpret his divine plan. Watcher, can you cut through the din and tell for what he comes to the Deadfire?
Whatever Aethys is here to accomplish, I'll get the truth out of him.
I believe our course is clear. We will send the Watcher to Hasongo.
Okay. Onikaza spreads her hands, calmly assured of reasoning.
Set sail to the west of Nekataka. I would tell you to keep a weather eye out for a lighthouse, but the God of Light did not appreciate competition. Something to add, Hazanui? You have an eager look about you.
She
believes herself entitled to my ear, I say.
Onikaza's gaze wanders back to you only briefly.
Only that Hasongo is a Rawataian outpost. It would be useful for the Watcher to take one of ours along.
She inclines her chin at another woman standing nearby.
Ma'am.
Hi, Maya. A composed Amoa stands at attention, her furrowed brow cleaving down otherwise warm features by her feet. A colorful bird preens itself without concern.
Maya's an expert sailor and a better sharpshooter. The best the Brass Citadel has to offer.
She looks you in the eye and gives you a slow nod.
Whatever comes your way, she'll see it first.
If it gets me and Ashiza out of diplomat duty, we'd set sail with a drunk scolder at the helm.
Maya sighs with resignation and nudges her bird affectionately with her toe.
You should feel no obligation to take on additional crew. The choice is yours.
Well, I'll take on Maya. Always good to have a rifle in hand.
Say the word and I'll shoot the tip off a green boy's nose.
Okay. Ashiza looks up at Maya and warbles something agreeable. Dodi's eyes gleam with a dark amusement.
But this is unacceptable. How are we to protect the
Archery.
company's investments if we cannot...
Calm down, Nero. I'm sure you'll get one of your spies in place eventually.
A lazy half smile tugs at her mouth.
In the meantime, Watcher, I hope you'll meet me in the Brass Citadel. There's more for us to discuss among friendlier company.
She glares briefly at Nero.
I believe we are finished here. Are we?
Queen Onikaza rises from her throne, and the surrounding guards stand at immediate attention.
Aren't we popular? Take care at Hasongo. The Deadfire was overfull before Aethys blundered in.
Onikaza nods to you as she adjourns.
Your allies will use you toward any end. Do not give your trust lightly.
Onikaza clears her throat and sweeps the room with her gaze.
I say it is beyond time our guests lick their wounds somewhere else.
He bandages the foreign dignitaries with a swift and unmistakable disgusted wave. Sorry, I'm distracted. We just picked up a new party member. She's a ranger. What do I want? What do I want? Okay, so I'm about to drop my mage. I'm a ranger. I don't need another ranger. But a ranger plus a wizard, a geomancer. I'm not a new player, so let's check this out. Okay, so we're gonna have 2 pets roaming around, but you've got a bird, a parrot. So like, I'm not gonna wholly rely on this parrot to be anything but like kind of garbage. Okay, so how do I want to build her? Let's use her to be... Okay, so we have DPS. So, okay, hold on, let me think. Okay, so we have our tank. We have our priest, right? Jody's our priest. I win tank. Gaussian is DPS plus the kind of slight tank with the lion with Mr. Mittens. We have just his name just passed, the wizard, who's also DPS. Then the wizard I'm about to give up, who's DPS. So we do have a lot of DPS in there, but we don't have a lot of crowd control. In fact, we have very little, if any. So if I could have her slightly DPS with some decent crowd control, I think she would be an effective member of this party. I think she would actually start wrapping this party up pretty tight. So if we go Geomancer, then... Alright, so she can heal her pet, which is great, but... What does she have here? Combat focus. Okay, so she is going to be definitely back line. I think I want to give her like flame shield. So kind of like stick her around illusion and evocation. No, not evocation, more illusion. Illusion and enchanting. Right, because then she could do mirrored image, curse of blackened sight. Then when we get further down, a lot of conservation there. Enchanting, call to slumber. I mean, asleep would be good. Terror and weakness. Petrification. Yeah. So let's go illusion. Alright, sorry, Sanguine.
While we have the chance.
We no longer know the color of night. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, that's an okay spot for you. I want this a little bit tighter. You're not supposed to be here. You're supposed to be here. You're here. Actually, I don't want it that tight. There's a reason they're spread out. And then the bird. Take up the flank. We'll go like this. Okay. So these two should be able to plug up the holes that are coming forward. She needs to be back. Actually, no.
What can I do you for?
You need to be in the middle of all this. I'm actually going to keep him back here. Because his whole job is to pick up anything that attacks our back line. So he's back, he's like pseudo backline-ish. So anytime someone comes into our back line, he picks it up. Also, I gotta remember when he levels.
Yes?
No. I've got his, what level is he right now? Yeah, he's level 6. We've been putting too much into fighting. We need to give him some more magic spells. Because there's some, like,
Yes?
base spells, like touch spells that he needs to have that he doesn't yet.
I know exactly what you're thinking.
Maya folds her arms and clicks her tongue against the roof of her mouth. Say nothing.
You're asking yourself, how did I let the Royal Deadfire Company plant an informant in my crew?
That's not what I was thinking. She chuckles to herself, but there's a note of resignation to it. Jody lifts her chin in interest.
My superiors might expect me to report in from time to time, but don't read too much into it. You're not the only big thing happening around here. I'm in this for a lot of information, a little diplomacy, and plenty of target practice.
She opens her palm and shrugs. As long as you're keen on taking orders, I don't object to having you aboard.
Uncomplicated. Just the way I like it.
Alas nods, a quiet smile etched across his lips.
Oh, guess you ought to meet the bird. Ishi is smarter than he looks, but don't expect him to do any tricks.
She nods towards the colorful bird of prey hopping around your ankles.
Ishi, come.
I just assume he's gonna die every battle. Like, he's the least of my priorities during the battle. She simply claws at the ground and investigates some bugs a few graceful hops away. I'll just say good bird.
That'll go right to his head. Before we get into deeper waters, I've got a question.
Maya clears her throat into her fist.
You've got a ship and a title. Being captain means more than just wearing a big hat. A lot of
Disagree.
tough calls to be made.
Olaf flashes a quick, pleased glance. Definitely 3 is my character. I didn't exactly choose this life, but I'm trying to make the best of it.
Life at sea. It does have a way of simplifying things down to the bare elements.
Maya looks like she's ready to say more, but stops herself.
A crew can be like family.
It can be.
They can also be like a nest of squalling infants. Let's say your galley cook was fixing to organize the rest of the crew into a mutiny. How would you handle it?
How to deal with it? I'd play it out, see what happens.
Sure. Always a chance it fails. Of course, the only right answer is the one that works in a given time and place. I just wanted to hear yours.
What's yours?
Ask me again when I'm wearing the big hat. That'll be a different Maya.
Judy lifts her chin in interest.
But enough about me. Glad to be aboard, Captain.
Maya takes your arm and gives it a good bump. I had some questions. I kind of want to know about her.
Answers.
Tell me about your family.
Well, my parents came from the Deadfire. I'm getting a taste of my roots.
Mike sells and glances away.
After they immigrated to Rawatai, their talents caught the Ranganui's eye. He saw them as this spectacle, this achievement of the old country, I guess. So they were honored guests. Not many Huana rose to distinction in Takoa. We were also curiosities. Even as we broke the same bread and tossed back the same wine, the Ranganui's friends always checked under the table to see if I had a tail. Kana thought it was hilarious.
Harmless fun, I'm sure.
Maybe if a kid does it once. When grown men and women do it, I have my doubts. Growing up in the Ranganui's shadow wasn't all bad. We had tutors and advisors at our disposal, and lots of folk from stranger parts than these. I spent my days learning to shoot, while my more academic siblings learned to express themselves. I leave you to judge who spent their time better.
How did you and Ishiza first get acquainted?
I won a shooting competition at the Ranganui's estate. This was a few years before enlisting with the Navy. As a reward, he gave me the freedom of the Royal Eyrie and said I could take my pick of the warbirds.
It's a warbird? May kneels and strokes under Ishiza's beak.
Stink Feathers here kicked a rather pretty hawk off my arm so he could have me all to himself. Been inseparable ever since.
Alright, let's be off. Okay. If it's actually kind of going to be helpful, let's not put it in a suicide position. Put it behind her.
Yep, got it.
And at the very least, it'll come late to the fights. This is a really cool statue. Water dances in a graceful circle around the coral structure. Okay, there's stairs on both sides. But I want to check out the rest of this. I want to see if there's anyone in here. Mostly I'm looking for bounties. It's all about the bounties. The ruckus screeching of the birds in their cages is endless. Our cartographer bites his thumbnail and mutters to himself.
Leave it to me.
Tepu. The lines of succession in Huana tribe is malleable to change. One trend remains constant. Mature warriors possessing strength, leadership, and wisdom make a natural choice for Rangas. The Kahanga diverged from the pattern centuries ago. Instead of choosing for accomplished fighters or hunters, the Hanga looked to the most intellectual and tactical Matura born. Recent Kahanga generations have embraced the uncommon practice by favoring ciphers in their leadership. Some believe the development to be in reaction to the spread of foreign influence in the Deadfire, but the tradition stretches farther than most credit. Munakaza II, latest of the Cipher Rangas, seems determined to not be the last of the Cipher Rangas, as she clings to diminishing Huana sovereignty in the region. Rising where other tribes floundered, the Kahanga are praised for keen political maneuvering and endurance in the face of relentless trials. All that remains to be seen is how much one cipher can endure. Interesting. Interesting.
I'll handle this.
Simple in construction, the sink is clean and tidy. Nice. You meet a tall, brown-haired man dressed in a full-plate mail. That may not normally catch your eye, but the male is unusual, colored a deep green and emblazoned with the image of a golden tree. Hand on the pommel of his sword, he watches the crowd go by with keen eyes. Relaxed yet fully alert, he narrows his eyes when he spots you.
What do you need of me?
He looks at you warily, as if he's deciding whether you are a snake that might bite him.
Well,
Tell me about yourself? He initially hesitates, unsure of your intent. Eyes narrow, he sizes you up, then nods. Oh, wait.
I am the son of a disgraced noble family. My father and brothers were executed for treason when I was a boy. Rightfully so, I must add. And my mother, sister, and I were thrown out on the street. All we had to our names was a trunk full of heirlooms. One of them was this suit of armor, which belonged to my eldest brother. Now I endeavor to live up to its promise and redeem my family's honor. That's the long and short of it, really.
Oh, that was pretty deep. Can you teach me what you've learned as the member of a shield bearers?
Well, you would need to become a shield bearer yourself to really learn it all. But I suppose I can teach you a thing or two as we stand here. The privilege will run you 3,000 as you
Can't
like.
afford that. Man, there's a lot of people to learn from. Okay, so I thought the stairs... Okay, there is the rooftop. Let's go check the rooftop real quick. I'm kind of itching to go on some of these bounty hunts, so I might go ahead and do 2 of the ones that I can do, and then I'll come back and we'll continue the story. But I like this idea of bounty hunting. Things right here. I want to see what this is. Woods of light dart through the winding streams of water like schools of fish.
You make a habit of turning up uninvited.
Queen has affected a far more relaxed posture. A pair of tigers lounge idly beside her seat.
Kahopa, Tangaloa. Welcome, our guest.
She nods down to the cats. They fix you with attentive stares that cause many of the courtiers and attendants to gasp. They're not budging until the alpha shows her teeth.
Akira, but you have a way with the wild. And diplomacy, I say.
Adieu. She smiles as her cats look to her for approval.
There are many leagues between here and Hasongo. I trust you have packed for the journey.
I just want to look around.
Then look. Take in every delight, within reason. But do not waste my time.
She dismisses you with a casual wave, but you catch a trace of amusement in her
The
gesture.
boldness of foreigners.
She shakes her head and strokes the nape of her tiger's neck. Does it, like, let me go out into the world? Okay, this is just my ship. So first of all, we don't need this. She uses an arquebus. So what we'll do is we'll actually move it to her. It wouldn't let me do it. There you go, weapon upgrade. Huzzah. What armor are you repping? Pretty good set of light armor. Are we supposed to be seeing the bird? Okay, I don't think I have any other goods I can give you right now. What kind of armor are you repping? How did I not give you this? Okay, also take the iron skin just in case you need it. Oh, and these. Okay. This looks okay. All right. All right, so which bounties can we do? We've got 3 that we can do. We can do Meryl the Mad, who's west of Mahale Island. We've got Chornu, who's north of Nekataka, south of Suyuka, and Desil, south of Nekataka. So let's go around Nekataka and do that. So let's go for Desil, south of Nekataka. Okay. I want to see how hard these bounties are. Oh, this is so awesome. My mom and my sister just got vaccinated. That's so awesome. Makes me happy. Ooh, stray cat.
Sure.
Come here, stray cat. We're gonna put you in a grinder. I mean,
You must gather your
an animal saver thingy. It's a grinder. We're grinding up animals. Dude, that's such a relief, knowing that both my parents are getting, or my dad didn't get, I think he got the Pfizer shot, so he has one to go. But my sister and my mom just got the Johnson & Johnson one. So they are done. Yeah, I'm not sure if my dad, he either got Pfizer or Moderna. I will take any. Okay. So yeah, let's play around with these bounties. Plus I want to like kind of get a feel for this party and how they're gonna fight. Alright, so let's lead by sea. Hold up. We're in Nekataka, so Desil, commander of the Voyager Alicio. Ooh, this is a ship. Let's actually do something else real quick. The Voyager early muster. Dang, they're all ships. Here, let's go to the... I'm wondering if I can't find somebody to help me outfit my ship a little bit better. I only have 2 cannons. We're not going to do very good on the seas hunting people down, especially if I only have 2 cannons. And so far, I haven't been able to just like ram somebody and be like, ah, your ship is now mine. Actually, no. We did. the first day, and we got the crap beat out of us. Go to the shipwright. Like, badly. Granted, I have more people in my party now. So I think we'd be doing better. I think. Lamar.
Be with you in just a... Almost had it. Damn your eyes.
The sun-scarred dwarf gingerly picks at a splinter in his thumb, muttering, "Oh, that's the worst."
Hazard of the work, really.
He gives up with a frustrating grunt, shakes his hand. "Yeah, just cut it off."
Came in on the sloop? I can hammer your ship together if you're apt to pay me for it.
Lamar bares his teeth and grinds them hard enough to sound over the noise of the docks. Having trouble with a client?
Aye. Captain Redora hasn't paid me for her commissioned firepower.
Zamar pulls at the ends of his beard and winces.
While I'm up to my nose in debt, the wild mare gobbles up her coin. And now, pirates are holding my feet to the fire over some sham of a deal.
Zamar winces and tugs harder on the beard in self-administered punishment.
If I don't get Redora's payment, I might as well start carving my swallow net.
If it gets me a discount on your labor, I could hunt down Redora.
You do that? A fair price goes without saying, Cully.
Zamar untangles his hands from his beard to link his thumb and forefinger with a wink.
It all comes down to blasted pans and pyres in the end, doesn't it?
Seems to be. Zamar spits towards the dock pilings and glances back at the work still to be done. I'd like to see your goods first.
Come take a look.
Okay, those are just ships. Oh, okay. I was like, I can't afford anything. Okay. Is that a cannon? Okay, so these are the cannons we have. Channel gun. Iron Thunder. $300 to 6 turns, 8 turns to reload, 4 turns, 2 to 500, 4 turns, 3 to 4 to 7 damage, 6 to 9. Nice. 4 to 7 damage, but it's close. 3 turns to reload. Imperial long gun. Five hole. Hitter and hold treatment. Okay, so I have a carved hole. Alright, so... Can I sell you a bunch of junk real quick? Looks like I can. I'll even give you that. I should keep one of these spears, just in case it's actually pretty decent. Why do we have no one with the use of a sword? We have... I asked that question as if I didn't put the party together. We're keeping that. That's a cool piece of cloth. I'm not going to get rid of that. Same with this. I like the way that looks. I'm sure by the time... Or, I'm sure at some point I'll think it looks stupid and get rid of it, but for the time being. Robes. Okay, that's the only other extra medium I have. Okay, so we can't afford much. But we need second cannons. We can't just have cannons on one side of the ship. Four to 500, 600 meters. So I'm getting more damage, but I'm losing about 100 meters. Deal range 150 to 400, 350, 200, 500. 300 to 600. Let's get two of the... Yeah, because I'm kind of broke. I need to kind of play within my budget until we get these bounties underway. But we can't do the bounties without proper guns. And I can't spend any more than this, otherwise I'm not going to be able to afford my crew. Okay, so let's go start picking up these bounties, and then maybe we can get... Dude, I shouldn't have bought that without doing his quest line. If I could even do his quest line. Oh well. Okay, so the shipwright's plight. One of the Zamar's clients is late on delivery of payment. Zamar asked me to track down Captain Redora at the Wild Mare in Queen's Berth and retrieve the coin she owes. Okay. Let's go do that real quick. We are in Queen's Berth. Where's the Wild Mare? Here we go. If I get like a 20% discount and then I just spent that money on cannons, my fault. I just got way too into planning my ship in my head and didn't think about what I was doing. Okay, so I have a backups cook. Miscellaneous upgrades. So we're gonna actually move here. Okay, where did my cannon go? There they are. Boom, boom. Excellent. Okay, so the other ships are pretty pricey, so I want to think about that. I seem to make money really quick, but it also goes pretty quick. Okay, so who am I looking for? Captain Redora.
You say I cannot down the rest? Watch me, amigo.
A Valen sailor raises her tankard and arches her back to invite a torrent of ale down her expectant mouth. Holding this pose with nothing to show for it, she taps the tankard's base and furrows her brow at its apparent emptiness. Her companion shakes his head and focuses his attention elsewhere.
Madiko, it is no wonder I thirst.
She wipes her mouth with the back of her hand, her eyes widen and meets yours.
Ado, why do you stare?
I'm just gonna get to the point. Zamar sent me to collect your debt.
Merla, and he hired muscle.
Redora shakes a shaky step back, takes a shaky step back.
Sientere, but you are too late to collect.
She holds out the palm and flinches at the blow that doesn't come.
A gang in the northern alley stole every coin. I cannot hire a crew, much less repay Zamar.
Zamar is having some pirate trouble. Could this gang be connected?
If they wanted Zamar to thirst for coin, it is possible. Botsers will regret it when I turn my cannons to their mast.
Dora raises her empty mug as the bow is struck. Alright, so why don't you tell me what happened?
Wizard lights drew me like a moth to the alley north of the Wild Mare.
Her eyes turned downcast.
The blow to the back of the head that followed, Merlight hurt.
She touches a spot behind her ear and hisses.
Then a wolf sat on my chest while a group of thugs went through my pockets.
A wolf?
It growled like a thunderstorm and drooled on my uniform.
Or like an actual wolf. Redora pats a stain on her shoulder. Oh, that's
I
gross.
stumbled back here and traded all I had left for the comforts of the mare.
Sounds like my quarrels with this gang. Farewell.
When you got their leader, tell them Radora sent you.
She raises her mug and winks. Will do. Will do. Okay. There's an alley up here, she's saying. Thuggerinos, we're hanging out. Feeling commoner. Northern alleys. Like up here-ish? Didn't we run into someone up here? I feel like there was someone around here that kind of threatened us or something happened. No, it's this weird group. Yeah. We weren't threatened.
I'll take care of this.
Broken bottles litter the cobblestone of this narrow street. The air is thick with the reek of dog scat. Maybe Wanaka knows something.
Welcome back. Looking for anything specific?
I am, but you don't seem to have anything. They're playing dice. Are there other alleyways? Who's this dude?
Magdico, where is that spoiled brat?
A woman in fine clothes, a ledger in both hands. She searches the faces of passersby, settling on yours with uncertain frown. What seems to be the problem?
Laro is past due for a company meeting. Mother wants me to drag the elusive louse back by his ear.
She tucks the book under her arm.
Must be nice to be a layabout. Uncle Angbert would have tanned my hide.
Okay, thanks for the throw in there. My thumbs are chin nodding.
Fuck. I am angry and jealous in equal measure. You'd think this district was a maze, the way he manages to hide.
She glances over your shoulder and sighs, and looks back at you with sudden recognition.
The spirit magnet? Sientere, that I did not recognize you.
Sintera means I'm sorry.
If you desire to get in the graces of the Valiant Trading Company, we can help each other.
How can I help?
Could I persuade you to watch out for Laro? I'd pay generously for your trouble.
Steady her hands. Nera has been digging her nails into the ledger, leaving crescent moon-shaped impressions in the binding. She notices your interest and holds the book protectively close.
I'm concerned because Laro tends to feud with Orso, one of the local Valera rats.
What do you mean, Valera rat?
The Valeras. A brood of sea vermin playing at nobility.
She hefts her ledger as if to bring it down on a pest.
We squabble and compete, but Laro, the pastinago takes it too far.
If I happen across Lero, I'll let you know.
Would you? I'll be waiting at the estate in case he happens to return.
Nera thumbs over her shoulder. Aloth flashes a quick, pleased glance.
Laro and his miscreant friends carouse at the tavern, the falls above the Adra Mill, and the southwestern bridge. If you see him, tell Laro to get his good-for-nothing ass back home.
Okay. Ooh, there's a runner. Don't know where we have a runner. But we got a runner. Okay. Against a backdrop of jeering youths, a young woman raises her arms with an air of practiced drama. Before her, two men stand across from each other, mirroring scowls.
You both attest that you have made all possible efforts to come to a peaceful...
Wait a second. The woman trails off as you approach, and you find yourself the sudden target of the crowd's attention.
Who is this Nasenale? How many cousins do you have or so?
Veiling term for a nosy person. Lero chuckles.
Pastinago. Does that look like any cousin of mine?
How should I know? Your kin lie with eels.
Do any of you own a dog? Orso glares at Lero and bites back whatever insult he had ready.
We have business. What do you want?
I'm here to fetch Lero. Nera is looking for him. Few chuckles arise from the bystanders, and Lero's face flushes with embarrassment.
The family keeps you on a tight leash, Laro. Will getting impaled on a Valera blade prove something for them?
What's your words, Oaf? You want the Juana to know we're dueling?
My bad so to the tribals. We should be free to settle matters on valiant terms.
Orso glances in your direction with annoyance.
Small wonder the old empire collapsed in civil strife if this is the Valian way.
Nice, Aleph.
And how do your colonies fare, Adiran?
I mean, really good until a god came up from the ground and destroyed it. So, you know, pretty good. Claire, what say you?
We are civil enough to kill each other without making an incident out of it.
Alright, you don't have to do this, you know.
If you want a civilized resolution, you're talking to the wrong folk.
This street thug called my family a warren of corrupt inbreds. But is there a dung heap in all the world that does not have a little Valera cousin scratching through it?
Lero opens his arms wide and smiles to the mailing crowd.
That wolf he calls mother would have us live out our days polishing Bardato silver.
Lero spits at the ground between them. Is this slight worth one of your lives?
Ak, this is but one chapter in a long anthology of Bardato arrogance.
Arrogance? Per complancanet, you should thank me for my patience.
Does this have to be settled through death? Surely there are better alternatives.
Now who's being naive?
Cody's eyes gleam with dark amusement. I folds her arms and smirks.
Nothing less than the total disgrace of the Valeras would satisfy me.
Then you will die unfulfilled.
Orso shakes his head and huffs. Anyone can kill. Fighting to first blood would be enough to prove who's the better man. The pair of duelists eyes each other warily.
I was the one who suggested fisticuffs, but you were eager to cut me open.
To first blood, then. Shall we resume?
Okay, well, they're not going to kill each other, so that's good. The duelists square off and tentatively circle each other. Stoko Orso moves with heavy stride while Laro, I don't call him Larry. Larry takes precise, measured steps. You are now Larry. Onlookers gather and press the edge of the poorly defined arena. Their jeering lowers to expectant mutters. The duelist's second brings forth their weapon. Take the opportunity to study each of the opponents. Man, you're gonna feel that at a better vantage point. Watch quietly for now. Once the swords are delivered to their respective bearers, the second back away in melancholy silence. The duelists cross their swords and bow and salute. The tranquil moment ends with a burst of motion. Despite the differences in size, the duelists seem evenly matched. Orso doesn't settle on an established form, but he keeps pace with Laro's aggressive strikes. I'll watch a little longer. Orso and Laro traded fierce jabs, giving up any pretense of playing to the crowd. A hard down thrust sends Laro's blade clattering to the ground. Orso hovers over Laro, a grin taking form. He raises his blade and points it at his opponent's heart. This was supposed to be a fight to the first blood, but mercy is the farthest thing from the mind of the combatant. I'm gonna tell him to stop. Okay. Resolve contributed towards reducing hostile effects duration as well as improve will. Okay. Don't know why that opened. Orso hovers over Laro, a grin slowly taking form. He raises the blade and points at his opponent's heart. Okay. Orso's killing stab goes wildly askew, missing his opponent's heart and instead carving a long slice across Laro's cheek. Loth hums approvingly. Laro falls to his knees, clutching his face.
Not so pretty anymore, Posteran.
Congratulations on your nearly bloodless victory. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna say nothing.
This does not end here, Valera dog.
Laro wipes away the line of blood and casts it to the ground.
Just make sure the other Bardatos learn from your example.
Orso nods and signals for his attendant to depart. I mean, could have ended worse. Nobody died.
I must say, our adventures together have been a welcome change of pace.
Olaf approaches you, looking more at ease than you've seen him in a while. That's nice, but I don't want to discuss it. We work well together.
That we do, but it's more than that.
Places his fingers together, considering his words.
When we first met in the Deerwood, you were struggling for your sanity. Now you're fighting for your soul.
No, still struggling.
I can't imagine the weight of that burden. And yet you've borne it, and more remarkably.
You seem to be holding up pretty well yourself.
I'm glad it appears so, though I'm hardly in the same position as you.
He gives you an almost pitying smile.
The gods have sent you after Aethys, and every power of note in Deadfire has their own plans for you.
He tilts his head.
That puts you in a position of incredible influence.
Maya smirks and folds her arms.
I'm glad you don't take your responsibilities lightly.
I merely think things through.
If only more people did as much.
He sighs.
I hope you'll remember this in the days to come.
He gives you a thoughtful nod. Cool. We need to find the dude with the wolf. Unless he's in the tavern. That wouldn't make sense. Why would he have been in the same tavern that he robbed somebody in? Am I supposed to know what this guy is? Okay, hold up. Okay, so let's check the Bardetto and Valera thing out. Oh, wait, no. No, we're not doing that. Alright. Dog's got the drop on her north alleys of Queen's Birth. Yeah, but what are the north alleys of Queen's Birth? Back alley. Let's check the district home. Quick save. I'm just. Forsaken dog.
No swelling. Got it.
Really sucks to hear about the crime in the area. People stealing from others. It's wrong.
Apretta, what do you want?
You know anything about the local pirates hassling Zamar?
Ugh, if they are the same ones who robbed Radora blind.
She drags her threadbare sleeve across her nose.
The boss and his wolf sleep their fun off by day. But by night, he and his botzo friends keep to the alley giving out bruises for coin.
Bazo, a Valian term for the penis in pejorative sense. She gestures off in the opposite direction. Oh well. Alright, so let's come over here and chill till night. Let's actually set it up because I have a feeling they're going to be here. Especially because the dog scat that's right here. Alright, let's do this. And it's almost nighttime. Let's do early evening. There they are. Alright, let's crack some skulls. This.